first started, I wasn't really looking to I didn't think I was going to gain all this weight or even like it, but I just wanted to be happy.
It feels good to accomplish something first thing in the morning.
I wasn't ready yet. I was ready up here, but I wasn't ready. You know what I mean?
No, I thought you were ready.
The amount of effort you put in now will set you up for when you're older.
Welcome to this edition of the Balanced CEO podcast. I'm really excited. Today, I have someone kind of important to me in my life. She has been the right hand to me in here at the professionally for lots of years now. She's one of my best friends, but ultimately she is the general manager of CFT Fitness. So first gym I ever bought, the big one.
Woo, woo.
Alyx, tell us a little bit about yourself and why your name is spelled with a Y.
Well, my mom wanted to make my life difficult, so there's that. My name is Alyx. I'm 33. I'm a mom. I'm awkward. Yeah, that's me.
Okay, I feel like there's a lot more to you than that. I mean, that does sum you up really well. When did you become a mom?
I got pregnant when I was 21. I had Sydney when I was 22. So okay. She turns 11 in October.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So how did that affect, your life? I mean, I know you've I feel like that wasn't planned.
No, not at all.
Okay.
It was a very, oh shit, we're pregnant. Yeah.
Okay. So, you got an 11-year-old now. But has fitness always been an important thing to you, or is that something that kind of came along in the last handful of years? Was it before you got pregnant, or was this something that was developed later?
It was definitely after. I was scared of the gym for a very long time. I grew up very skinny, small, so I was always like, if I go work out, I'm just going to get smaller. And it was scary. Fitness didn't really become anything to me until Sydney was probably 6, maybe 7, until I really started getting into it and realizing that it could help me grow instead of just get smaller.
So I know you came to CFT, 2018 or 2019?
17. It was January of 2017.
I don't even think we had a kids club yet. Are you sure it wasn't 2018?
Maybe 18.
It has to be 18 because I know we didn't have a kids club yet.
Okay.
You came to us in January 2018. And as a part-time kids club helper, second, third job.
Yeah. Carrie, she DM'd me. She was friends with one of my friends, Bree. And then she DM'd me and she was like, hey, I know you have a kid and you're looking for a second job. At the time, my husband and I were kind of going through some stuff. So I needed the added income. And she was like, you can bring her with you and just come and see what it was. And I did. I came in for an interview and then the next day I started working. So
shout out Carrie on the sales job. Because I know I didn't have anything to do with it. I was like, yeah, figure it out. Do whatever you got to do, get this hired, get this spot filled because people want it. There's demand.
I don't even think I met you until 2 months after I started working. I came to the front desk and I was like, hey, I want to sign up. And you were like, hey, I'm Chris. And I was like, cool. I need to sign up. I didn't know who you were.
That was partially by design. And it's always kind of partially been by design. I've never really wanted to be, I never wanted that spotlight as the owner. I kind of floated in and out. I like being able to focus on the stuff I wanted to do. And
it was nighttime.
Right. And normally I was not around at night because I just had a kid. So I was definitely way out of the loop at that moment in time. So yeah, I remember that very vividly. And then I remember you wanted to sign up and you're like, yeah, I want to start working out. So that was 7 years ago, by the way. Yeah. So you wanted to start getting your fitness on 7 years ago, not 4 or 5. Yeah. Yeah. So there.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I should be buffer.
No, you should be more proud of how long you've been doing this consistently. That's, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So you start working here as part-time babysitter, kids club, whatever you want to call it. You start working out. Let's kind of go backwards a little bit because I think it's important for people to understand you battled an eating disorder.
I did. I was diagnosed my freshman year in high school. So it was 2006. And the first time I was hospitalized was August 14th, 2006.
And you were hospitalized for
malnutrition, low heart rate. And I was passing out like twice a week. Like it was pretty frequent.
So you were just refusing to eat essentially. Like you were just taking a stand, taking control.
Yeah.
So probably a lot of things out of control in your life.
100%. Yep.
How long did you I don't want to say you don't still battle it. I think this is something that never goes away, correct? Kind of like any addiction,
I believe
it's
so, yeah.
kind of in the back of your head. Like when you were in the depths of it, how long were you really in the depths before you kind of started finding a way out? Like, was it a person? Was it a program? Or was it just you kind of being like, I need to get this shit together?
Well, I was hospitalized, like medically hospitalized. I think a total of 4 times. It might've been 5. And then I was institutionalized for about 6 months. They took me, I was in a hospital in Berkeley, and it was like a psychiatric ward. They had an eating disorder unit that I was in for about 6 months. And then it just kind of wasn't working, and I was over it. I did what I needed to do to get discharged. When you get psychiatrically discharged, then they discharge you to a hospital, and then they have to medically discharge you. So I did what I needed to do to get out of the psychiatric unit. And then I did what I needed to do. I gained the amount of weight in the hospital to get out of the medical portion of it. And then once I got home, kind of all hell broke loose. I hated my parents. I hated Tracy. I hated school. I hated everything. And I was like, fuck you guys, I'm leaving. And I actually stole my mom's truck, and I tried to drive to Long Beach because I wanted to go live with my cousin and my uncles.
Okay. So we've talked about that somewhat, that you spent some time down there. Mm-hmm. Was that after all this?
Yes. I contribute a lot of my, like progress in my early eating disorder time. I attribute it to my uncle a lot, my Uncle Joey. He gave me so much freedom to kind of just figure out life and do whatever I wanted. I didn't really have a curfew. Like my grades weren't really a priority. It was more of like, you're going to come work out. You're going to hang out with us. We're going to like work through this. And over time, it really made a difference for me.
So kind of more of a, I don't want to say free balling, but like just allowing you to figure you out, mm-hmm. rather than, because I think a lot of times I agree that structure is great to keep progress, mm-hmm. but a lot of times kids just need space to figure shit out and kind of learn who they are through experience. You can't tell a kid who they are.
Yeah.
Right. You can't be like, you're a straight A student and a good, and a law abiding citizen and all this shit. Like, yeah, maybe you want them to be that, but they got to kind of figure out if that's who they want to be.
Yeah. And I mean, don't break the law or nothing, but like, if you're not happy, I don't care how good your grades are. Like, I'd rather my daughter be happy than straight A's. So
same. I mean, I don't really care about straight A's. I care about like, are you a good citizen? Are you a good kid? Are you kind and caring? And, are you someone people want to be around?
Yeah. Like shit that actually matters.
Right.
I don't know.
And I don't mean like cool kid club, be around. Like, you don't need popular. I just want to see that genuine, like kids enjoy being around you. Mm-hmm. Adults enjoy being around you. Mm-hmm. Personality. So you kind of get through all that. You come back here, right? Delta Charter.
Mm-hmm. I came back the end of my junior year. We had like 3 months left of junior year.
Got it. Yep. And that's when you met Randy, your husband.
That is.
Knew it.
If you would have told me though that I was going to marry that man, no. I would have been like, oh, I don't know about that.
So not love at first sight.
Definitely not love at first sight. He was one of my very best friends, but no.
That's probably more important than love at first sight, honestly. If you want a really long-lasting relationship, you got to be best friends with your spouse.
Yeah, he's all right.
I mean, I'll take him.
You can have Randy. I'll take Lex.
No, I'm hoarding.
Fine, whatever.
Just going to hoard them all. Like an infinity gauntlet of people I like. So you're climbing through the ranks. You're hanging out with him. You guys end up having Sid. Which was not expected, but also because like weren't you kind of told it was going to be really difficult to have kids?
Yes. Yeah. They told me just because of the severity of my eating disorder and how long it was so severe that they didn't know if I would ever have kids.
Got it. Because you're internally like over time, like your body really gets fucked
my
up.
periods were like super irregular. My hormones were all over the place. It was bad.
Do you still have any of those issues? I mean, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, if it's super pervasive, but
not now. I've been like very solid with my hormones for probably about 3 years now.
okay.
It's taken a long time.
Do you contribute that to diet and exercise or time?
100%. I think diet and exercise and I guess time.
So you think your body just over time is healed, but
Yeah.
diet and exercise sped up that process?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Do you feel like strength training was an important part of that, or was it more of just kind of getting your diet and consistency under control?
I think strength training has helped, of course, like my bones and stuff. It's helped more my brain than I think it has my body. I think any kind of movement is good, even if just walking is great.
Yeah.
But I think strength training made my body start looking the way I wanted it to look. So I was able to eat how I needed to eat because I knew I could train myself.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, it makes total sense. I'm asking these questions not for myself, but I'm sure there might be someone out there that either has a child dealing with this, maybe silently, maybe privately, and they haven't talked to anybody about it. And this can be really good information and give them some hope that there is another side. There is light at the end of the tunnel.
Definitely.
I think the most fascinating part about our relationship and just in general, watching you grow has been, you kind of came to us with a resume that didn't really have anything on the sheet.
Yeah.
And that's not a bash on you. That's just, your life situation didn't really allow you to go out and like get that job experience. You were a mom first.
Yep.
Where were you working before when you joined us? You were at Patsy's, the pizza place, the Chicago deep dish, right?
Yep. Downtown Livermore.
So you were doing that. You worked at a secondary job, but you had college degrees.
I do.
How many? And what exactly, for those that maybe are curious or like me have completely forgotten?
I have 3. I have my master's in psychology and behavioral science.
Shout out to all the MBAs out there.
So yeah.
Well, that's technically not an MBA, but still, shout out all those masters.
Yeah. Mastered something.
Yeah, you're master. That's what I tell people. I'm a master in something. It's marketing. I don't use any of it because it's all like completely outdated already. But
use it.
Not one of my masters.
Okay.
Like 90% of what I learned in my master's is outdated, and it's been like less than a decade.
Honestly, mine probably is too. All the ethics and stuff has completely changed then.
I mean, with social media the way it's going, like it has rapidly changed the style of marketing. Like the days of billboards and all that, it's still there, but it's not, the ROI isn't what it used to be. And like,
facts.
PowerPoint isn't a thing. Like maybe like if I'm speaking on a stage, like PowerPoint has a place, right? Because you kind of got to have something for people to visually follow along with.
Yeah.
But like the days of like PowerPoint pitches and like all those things that go into marketing are just damn near obsolete. I mean, I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, drop it in the comments. Let me know. But because I mean, it's definitely not non-existent in the businesses I'm in today.
Yeah. Can you imagine putting up a billboard in Tracy?
I mean, I've thought about it.
No, stop.
Only because there's a few really, really good trafficked areas where like you would get thousands of eyeballs because it's stop signs in places where you're actually going to stop and you look around while you're waiting.
I'm going to put your face at Texas Roadhouse.
I'm down. My brother-in-law is the marketing owner. I forget what the fancy title is, but he's technically a part owner of the one in Modesto.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, whatever size steak you want. We do fantasy football and stuff. He's like, you can have whatever size you want. And I'm like, don't test me. I will literally ask you for one the size of this table.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, Texas Roadhouse is jam. Shout out. I know he helped with getting the Tracy one back in.
Oh, sick. They catered my wedding.
Yeah, he helped get that one back in functioning shape. It was pretty rough there for a while. I stopped going because it was such a shit show to try to get it. Yeah, it was bad. And then him and a couple other managing partners from other stores went in and like fixed it up for the new partner.
Okay.
So yeah, it's way better if you haven't been there in a while and you're from the Tracy area. Highly recommend go check it out now. Or if you want, go to Modesto. That one is always on point. I might be a little biased, but it's true. When it comes to your fitness now, I know it's changed a little bit, right? You started with us doing CrossFit.
Love CrossFit.
You're still a general manager of a CrossFit gym, but you are not really doing CrossFit.
Correct. I
Why?
I'm taking a little break. My
Why?
goals have kind of shifted. I think I've been able to do most things in CrossFit. So not that it's not a challenge, but it's not a challenge for me specifically anymore. And I wanted to kind of do something that puts me out of my comfort zone, puts me on a stage in front of a bunch of people to just look at me and pick me apart. But I think for me, it's more of knowing that I can do it.
Yeah.
And I can look that way if that.
This isn't leading to like an OnlyFans, right? You're doing something else?
Hey, no. I'm training for a bikini competition.
There we go. All right. Don't want to leave that open to interpretation.
Not OnlyFans.
Yeah, no, I know what it is. I just didn't want people to like start frantically searching. Tell me about that. How's that going?
It's been a struggle. I had surgery on my mouth a couple months ago. Maybe like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the reason I guess I was getting so sick for so long, my progress was like stifled because I kept getting sick. I would hit my weight and then I would like get the stomach flu and be down for 2 weeks and I couldn't do anything. And my doctor and my like ear, nose, and throat specialist person related it to an infection that was going on in my mouth, in my wisdom teeth. I'm 33 and I just got my wisdom teeth taken out. So
the recovery on that is not fun.
It was rough. I looked like Quagmire. It was crazy.
Oh, we all do. That's not an age thing. I know I looked like that when I got it done at like 12. I don't remember, 10, 12, 13.
It was wild. But it kind of stifled my progress. So originally I was supposed to compete in June, this past June. And we kind of have had to readjust, fix my calories and stuff like that to hopefully be able to compete next year.
Do we have a date?
No.
Do we have a location? Are we going to look at the same one in Reno?
I don't know. I kind of want to do like Tahoe or something because it'd be fun.
Yeah, you're more fancy.
Like a
you
vacay.
You don't want Reno.
No, Reno scares me a little bit.
Says the lady living in Tracy.
Facts. But yeah, so my progress is good. It's very up and down, but it's been a lot more consistent since I've come back from my surgery.
Okay. So that was, I've known other people that got like infections, like they had an abscess tooth or something. And like, it was like I don't want to say poison, but whatever the bacteria would drip into and they'd swallow it. And then, immediate stomach issues.
It was in my nasal cavity. There was like a hole in my nasal cavity. So I was having like post-nasal drip.
Yeah.
And like all the time.
Oh.
It was a little gross.
Oh God. Okay. Just the idea. Oh.
Post-nasal drip.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking more about the hole in your nasal cavity.
Oh, yeah, that's
like, Jesus.
It's gone now. I'm good. I'm recovered.
Okay.
I'm getting braces.
Also good.
Yeah.
So we're working towards stage ready.
Yep.
How do you balance that? I know that is not a small task, right? That's a lot of effort. It's super focused on your diet. It's super focused in the gym. It's not an hour a day of coached fitness. It's
2 hours a day.
Yeah, it's 2+ hours. And you're not even, I don't even think you're in the heart of it yet, right? Considering it's next year. So, I mean, the real deal training is still coming. Like, how do you balance that while trying to be a supportive, focused mom and spouse? Because I know those things are important to you.
Well, my husband works nights at Tesla. He's a maintenance supervisor. So he works on like all the robots and stuff that build the cars. And thankfully he's been, I don't want to say an angel but like he's very supportive. He's like a good second to me. He's my better half, as stupid as that sounds.
I don't think it's stupid.
He's really helped me as far as like picking up Sydney. He does kind of the after school thing and I'm the morning person. So I get her up, take her to school. He picks her up and it gives me time to go to the gym. I work out in the morning and then I kind of start my day. And typically I have a break in the middle. So I come home and help her like with homework. We make dinner. And then if I have to come back to CFT, Randy and her will kind of eat together. Or we kind of just hang out and eat as a family. So
that's awesome.
It's very balancing act.
Yeah, it's very similar to Alexis and I. She takes him to school. I'm generally the one that picks him up.
Yeah.
Because that's just the best way of our schedules. And I think it's really cool that the kids have their parents picking them up and not an after school program. Like that's the way I grew up. I was getting picked up by after school programs.
Okay.
Like I learned how to sniff a Sharpie by the after school program, like van driver.
What?
Yeah. He like picked us up, drove us up to Mount Diablo, and we were hanging out and I was bored. And he's like, "Oh, you're bored?" I was like, maybe 13. He's like, "You got any Sharpies in your background?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Here, sniff these." And I'm like,
What?
so I'm like very much not ever trying to have my kid go into an after care program because it's like, I start looking back now and I'm like,
that was a little
shady. This was like, there was a lot of shady shit that happened in these aftercare programs or after school programs. Like aftercare at school is one thing, but like picked up and going somewhere else off campus, like, nah.
No. Yeah, no. Cities, I don't think she's ever gone to any kind of anything. It's just Randy.
That would explain that. Yeah. Why they're so close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very close.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. Tell me more about the ascension. So like when you started working here, did you ever have any idea you'd be where you are today?
No, not at all. I thought I was just going to like do my time in the kids' room. And then if something else came up, something else came up. But
do my time like it's prison.
Yeah. Sometimes it felt like it. I had like 9 kids running around in there. I was like, woo.
Well, half of them would be asleep.
Yeah, that's true. We snuggled a lot.
Yeah.
But no, I did not ever think I would be in this position.
Yeah. So you're talking about like you're running that program. You got babies snuggled up to you. You got, because I mean, at that point, I think Landon was a baby. Mm-hmm. I think half the kids in the gym were babies. Mm-hmm. So like you were always holding a baby or two that was asleep. The rest of them were just causing mayhem in that little room.
Yeah.
And you're like, get me the fuck out of here. What's next? Yeah. What was your goal?
My goal had always been to open like my own eating disorder clinic, like big dream wise. That is kind of still in there, but not as much as it used to be. I don't really know. I don't think I really had an idea. We were just, Sydney was little. We were getting by. We had a house payment, like
just plugging along.
Keep going. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So you're doing all that. And then that was like, I think we killed the kids program, the kids club COVID. With COVID, right? So like everything shuts down. Mm-hmm. Man, a lot of that is a blur. But what I do remember is we were trying to get APL back on track. Carrie was moving on to a teaching gig. That was kind of her goal. And I knew we kind of needed some administrative help around APL. So I gave you a call and was like, hey, do you want to come work part-time?
Yep.
At APL is like front desk. And then you kind of just maneuvered your way to... Was it assistant next, or you were already doing GM first?
Yeah, I was GM here first.
Yeah, so I made you ops manager here because there was more work than we had anticipated because like we kind of started growing. Mm-hmm. And then what was after that? Then I think you kind of like, you were starting to think for me and like this on-air sign that's to my left. I was like telling somebody I need one and you walked in and were like, hey, I just got you this. Like you had no idea that conversation had just happened. And at the time I was already ready to hire like a personal assistant to help me. And the person I was talking to was just like, what do you, like, are you dumb? Like you need to hire her already.
Yeah.
So I asked you if you wanted more work. You're like, yeah. So I was like, cool. All right. So you became my personal assistant. Mm-hmm. You were the ops manager here. Mm-hmm. You're working out at APL, right? You were doing more strength and conditioning then. You weren't really doing a lot of CrossFit just because like you were already here all the time. Mm-hmm. The 100-yard walk just didn't make any sense.
It was too far.
Yeah, the 100-yard commute, nah.
No thanks.
What in that time were you at that time, did you think all right, I'm settling into this. This is where I want to be. Were you still like, I want to open an ED facility at that point?
I think I kind of thought that we would do it here. Not so much like eating disorder directly, but like the way that I could help like young teenagers and athletes here was filling that void for me.
Like a support role.
Yeah.
I know we had discussed it. I know, I won't say any names, but I know a few people that I know I've referred you to and you've been able to help.
Yes.
Their kids' situations. Mm-hmm. How is that's going better?
Yes. 100% better.
it seems like it. I don't pry, but like, it seems like it's going a lot better.
Yep.
When do you feel like the launch point was for you to be like, this was it? Because I feel like I have a date in mind. Like I have an event in mind that kind of did that. But when do you feel like that was when it clicked for you that this was like what you really wanted to do?
Honestly, I think it might have been at like the first 2 Brain Summit that we went to. That was very like eye-opening for me of what a gym can actually do. Not just like with people's fitness, but like really making differences in people's lives.
I concur. And I do think it was the first 2 Brain Summit, but I think my personal belief was it was the fact that you got to see what a professional gym manager looks like.
Yeah.
And you saw they're no different than you.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the number one thing when you walk into places like that. For me, when I walked into the higher level room, my first year, I saw the only difference between me and them was they did everything I did, but they also prioritized their own personal health.
Mm-hmm.
So like they didn't use being a parent and a spouse as an excuse not to train. They used it as an excuse to train more consistently and harder. And that's where I kind of realized that I was missing that side of the triangle.
Okay.
I saw it click for you when we were in, I can't remember if it was the baseball game in the suite or after, but there was like a confidence. Like you spent time with these people and realized they're not scary. They're not some like advanced race of human beings that you are not. Right? Like they're just you. They just have the confidence to fail and know that that's a part of everything. And that's what I love about it is like when you get in those rooms, you hear people talk about the same horror stories you've been through, and you hear them talk about the failures and the adjustments and the mistakes and the wrong turns and the, client stories where they failed a client and they like, there's nothing you can do to ever get them back. Yeah. And you just realize that's you.
Yeah.
It's no difference.
Yeah.
They aren't perfect.
Neither am I.
That's when I saw that confidence in you. And you kind of came to me and you're like, hey, I think this is what I want to do. Like, how do I do more?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you're not.
I wasn't ready yet. I was ready up here, but I wasn't ready. You know what I mean?
No, I thought you were ready.
Really?
I think it was more the timing wasn't right. There wasn't an opening. There wasn't like a way to make you more involved. I think at that point, we had heard Dan Martell talk and we focused more on the personal assistant side of like building out those systems.
Yeah.
Not just for you, but for like your inevitable successor, because there was going to be a moment where you were going to move up. And like, I knew then I was going to start grooming you for an eventual role, replacing someone probably replacing the operations manager at CFT. Not because I felt like that person was like going to quit or leave, but like there is a kind of a shelf life on that role.
Okay. Ew, don't say that.
Well,
it's been a year. Stop.
No, what I mean is like around the 2 to 3 year mark, people either decide this is what I'm going to do for life, or like they've built the resume to explore outside opportunities and realize that they're there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think for you, you've kind of realized this is what you want to do. But I think for most people to do a role like that, the way I've built it is I want them to be able to flutter their wings and test the market and see what other opportunities are out there. And like, I fully support it.
Yeah.
So it's a constant game of identifying the next up.
Okay.
Right? Like we'll be grooming next up for you, not because like, I think you're going to leave, but eventually you're going to want to do something else or something more fulfilling or something that's more challenging.
Liar.
I don't have to be talked to you like this on my own podcast.
Shh, be quiet.
So it's like you always have to kind of have that next person you're kind of grooming and getting ready for that opportunity. Right.
I could get in a car accident. Then what are you going
to do? Pay the doctors to fix you as fast as possible.
I'm just saying.
Send a laptop to the hospital and tell you to get to work. I don't know.
Payroll's due, Alyx.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously there's the hit by the bus scenario that everybody talks about. But ultimately what I mean is like, I think there is a shelf life of like, I would say 2 to 3 years where people kind of are like, all right, I've busted my ass here. Like, what's the next level? And sometimes there just isn't a next level. It's either a personality reason or it's like a financial reason or whatever. It's never personal to me. So they have this resume now of like leadership and, all that. And they're like, okay, let me go put it out on the market and see what comes back. And usually it's a really great opportunity. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, go take it. Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Don't wait for me. Like, go do it. Like, say yes if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So that's why I knew like back then I was like, I'm going to start grooming her and see if this is like kind of start, situationally testing you to see if like stress testing you to see if like that's something you're going to do. Cause when you step up to that role, it's highly stressful.
I've cried a few times.
Me too.
Shit happens. It's all right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we've cried together. It's all right.
No, listen.
He doesn't cry.
Listen, Linda.
He's a man's man.
No. Emotions are for the weak.
Yeah.
So tell me what's been like a highlight for you? Like, has there been anything that's like really stuck out to you as like, yeah, this is why I do this? Like,
there's been a few like instances that have like touched me differently. That sounds really wrong.
Reword that, please.
There's been a few instances that have like made my heart really happy.
Have filled your cup.
Yeah, there we go. I think more recently is more like we've been getting a lot more personal training clients, and I think watching people's confidence, like it gives me confidence knowing that they're feeling better. That's literally all I want.
So it's been on a coaching side. What about the management side? Like, has there been anything like, I know the Two Brain Summit gave you a lot of confidence. I know you've gone to the HSN Summit and you got real confident there, kind of bossy, honestly.
It was one time.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's left a lasting impression.
Just keep it in your back pocket. No, it's always there.
I just keep bringing it out and be like, hey, remember when you did this?
Listen, how long ago was that? Like 2 years?
It was long enough ago that it still hurts.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. You did the right thing. But, like I know stuff like that has happened where you had an opportunity to go out there and kind of be recognized. And, it's not easy being a part of my staff at the Two Brain Summit. Like, people know who you are.
Yeah. There's a lot of us, first of all. Second of all, I think we present ourselves as a very good like team. Like we are a family when we walk in there. So I think people see that.
Yeah. I mean, I've always noticed like people are like, oh, we're so-and-so, cause they get to know you guys. Yeah. Like you're out there, you're meeting people. I host events specifically just to put you guys around smart people in this industry that have a lot to share.
Yeah. I think I've been not this past time, but the last two. And this time when I wasn't there, I had quite a few people like, where are you? Like, are you getting here Friday or like, when are you coming? And I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I told them you quit.
Stop. No, you didn't.
They didn't believe me.
Good.
Yeah. No, I tried. I was like, no, she quit. She gave me her 2 weeks notice 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Last
They're like, yeah, I don't feel like that's true.
Well, good.
They're like, she just posted about, surgery. And I'm like,
oh, facts.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. I just thought she was just quitting. I thought it was just a really like massive excuse, like overdone. Like I'm getting my mouth cut open and I can never come back.
It'll never happen again. We're clear. We're ready.
That's good to know. That was a struggle.
Yeah.
What do you feel like has been the biggest takeaway? So like, not like what has filled your cup, but like what's been one of the biggest takeaways for you in terms of like the knowledge you've gained? Doesn't have to be fitness related. I'm more interested in like, could be life experience, like a quote.
The most prevalent quote that's popping in my head is that I can do hard things. I have had to redo my schedule multiple times, fitting in calls with Anna and PT and meeting with coaches and payroll and just trying to balance everything. I think that has been something that I really value, being able to, not compartmentalize, time block my schedule, to give myself the freedom and thankful for you to have let me have that freedom. Yeah, you to kind of manipulate my schedule and plan things to where my family's benefiting, the gym is benefiting, and I feel like I'm benefiting.
I'm too nice. Got to toughen up. There's too many good things.
It's not as bad as you think it is. I really do love my job.
I know you do. You wouldn't have stuck around if you didn't. I'm not the easiest person to work for. Speaking of that, what do you think the hardest thing has been? Because I think this is something people like, they always look at the gym world as like the dream job, right? Oh, I'd love to open my own gym. Oh, I'd love to work in the gym industry. I'd be able to do whatever I want, work out all the time.
Yeah.
That is very non-factual.
Yes.
Like way off base.
Oftentimes you don't get to work out as much as you think you are, especially when I first started. My schedule was so busy. I was just like, fuck it. I'm not going to work out today. Like I have to work. And I think it's that way for a lot of gym owners and gym managers.
Has it shifted for you? Like, has it shifted to like, I'm going to get something in, or do you still have those days where you're like, fuck it?
I definitely have fuck it days where I'm just like, I'm just going to work today. And then I'm going to go tan for 3 hours. Cause that's what's going to make me feel happy.
I love that. And I want to hold on to that for a second. So you said you're going to do something that makes you happy. Mm-hmm. Doesn't necessarily have to be the gym, but you're going to do something that fills your cup.
Yes.
Do you think that's something important for people of all ages and like careers to do? Is like, it doesn't matter how long of a day you have, you got to find something that's like going to make you fill your cup, even if it's just 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's probably the most important part of my day. I don't know if it's essentially just for me because of the mental struggles that I've had, or if it's just in general, but I think it is the most important part of my day to do at least one thing for me so I don't lose who I am.
Even if that includes melanoma. Gotta do what you gotta do.
You know, tanned me is a happy me. So.
I'm kidding. I think tanning is, I think vitamin D and natural vitamin D and sunlight is one of the best things for your personality, like not personality, but emotional structure and just energy levels. And
yeah, I got to recharge in the sun, you know?
I mean, I definitely notice when I walk outside versus on a treadmill, it is a difference in terms of how I feel when I'm done from just being out in the sun. Yeah. So some days you'll do that, but consistently you're getting in what, 4 days a week of working out, 3 days a week? 5. Yeah. So it's still 5.
Yes.
So if you miss a Thursday,
I'll make it up on Saturday.
You'll do it on an off day. You'll just kind of flip off days. So no excuses.
No excuses, but I think there are circumstances that can make you pivot.
Of course, but on a general basis,
yes,
daily bullshit is not stopping you from getting in your 5 days.
Not allowed.
Okay.
I got to get it done.
I'm not arguing it. I'm just like, I think it's important that people see that's the case. Yeah. Let's go back to that, like the GM world that like, I would love to do this for a living because it'd be so easy, or I'll have all this time to work out and hang out with my friends and flexibility. That's really not the case.
No. Nope.
Like,
I do see all my friends every day. I see everyone when I walk in and it's always, hey, like, how are you? We always talk, but right. It's really not as easy as everyone makes it seem.
Walk through a normal day. Like give us like a normal day.
In my life?
Yeah. No bullshit.
Okay.
Just blocked schedule. You and I are both pretty consistent with like blocking our days. Yeah. How does your blocks look?
Well, recently someone told me waking up early in the morning is good for you. So I've been waking up a little earlier. My day usually starts at 6 and I get into Grow, which is our like lead people. Shout out Push.
Our CRM.
So I go in there and I talk to all of our potential leads. I make sure like my emails are done. And then I wake up Sydney for school. During that time, my phone automatically goes into silent mode. I won't answer anything unless it's like an emergency or your wife, because I love her.
I was going to say for me, but I guess, fucking chopped liver over here. Someone's not getting a Christmas card this year.
So yeah, then I take her to school, and when I come home, I will eat breakfast. I'll make myself, I don't know, like eggs, something. I try and put protein in my body before I work out. And then I get dressed and come to work. I'm usually here 8:30-ish. And then I'll work out. And then I'm usually done around 10. And then it kind of just depends. I'll have intros. I'll have a meeting maybe with Shannon. I'll check in with the front desk, check in with
Intros, just
you.
real quick. Intros is like meeting with someone that interested in the gym.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you're talking to potential people that want to start a new fitness journey.
Oh, yeah.
Then you're going into meeting with me or meeting with other people. Like Mondays is generally a meeting day.
Yes. I have like a very regular scheduled PT client that I work with every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And that's at 10. So I make sure I'm good for that. And then if anything kind of comes up after that, typically I'm back home by like 1 or 2. It kind of depends on the day. And I'll take like phone calls at home, emails at home if someone needs like a quick sign up or something like that, depending on if we have payroll. And then typically I'll come back in the evening. I live like 6 minutes from here, so I'll come back for at least 2 of the afternoon classes. If I don't have to cover the front desk, then I'll kind of be here.
So you're working a kind of a crazy schedule, but you also have asked to have that split.
Yes.
With the middle of the day off for flexibility to be a mom or tan. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Like that's pretty optional time. Like I know you're not always on the computer or CRM or whatever.
Yep.
So it's a pretty full day.
Yeah.
Right. And then you're still back ready to tuck sit in, like spend some quality time with Randy before he takes off for work. So, this is not some glorified, like, do whatever you want, sunglasses on, gym tan laundry type of situation.
Biceps all day.
Yeah, you're not gym tan laundry.
Nope.
When did you start the 6 a.m. thing? This is new to me.
When I was cleared after my surgery is kind of when I was like, okay, I wanted to get myself used to getting up before Sydney for school so I can kind of have that time where I don't have to worry about her. And then I feel like I'm getting back to people quickly. Like when they wake up and their phone, they're like, oh, like they actually give a shit. So I wanted to be the first thing on our leads' minds when they wake up.
So before the day kicks them right in the dick, as
before
it usually does. Right.
Us.
Or before they're racing to get in the car, they got their commute, they got phone calls, kids drop off. Right. The news is flying in.
Yep.
Everything's happening. And now you're just kind of another beat.
I'm just an email.
You're another background beat in the drum.
Yep.
That makes sense. Do you feel like that's helped a lot in other ways, like getting up a little earlier and like having that time to yourself to kind of do some focused work?
I feel
what they would call the golden hour.
Yeah. I feel a lot more, I guess, less stressed and like I've accomplished something. You know how they say like when you make your bed, like you feel better? Well, my bed's occupied because my husband works nights. So can't make my bed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, let's do something else that will, you always say move the dial, but kind of push myself to do something in a way that I feel is productive. And that's like the number one thing for me.
Okay. I mean, I appreciate it. I know exactly how that feels. Like that golden hour time is incredible. It doesn't matter really what you're doing, whether or not you're doing work, you're doing fitness for yourself, you're doing meditation and like cold plunging and sauna, whatever it is. Like, as long as it's something where you're building self-esteem, like, I started making my bed like a year ago, maybe a little longer, every day.
Okay.
And that was like, it's a self-esteem boost. Like it feels good to accomplish something first thing in the morning. And then usually I keep my phone in like a drawer. I check and make sure there's no emergencies. Like, I skipped coaching type of emergencies.
It was one time.
And then like, if there's nothing in there, throw it in a drawer. And then I do like my deep work and then I do the family work and then phone is back glued to my hip. Work time from there.
Chuck it sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. What would you tell someone that's maybe, 20, 21 years old? They're like, I want to get in the fitness industry. But I don't know if I want to commit that type of time. Like, how would you communicate to them the importance of like, you got to eat shit before you eat caviar? Cause that's the way I always try to tell them. They're like,
that's a hard question. I think I would tell them that the amount of effort you put in now will set you up for when you're older. If you have a good work ethic now, it's not going to be like pulling your teeth when you're 45, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Like, how do I structure my day? And I'm already 45 and I like, what? You can't structure your day? What do you mean? Like, and if you do all of that hard stuff when you're young and you kind of put yourself in a position to be successful when you're older, like it's going to matter more than anything.
Yeah, I think too, people don't realize like it doesn't matter what industry you're in. The fitness industry is no different. Like you have to build a following, you have to build a brand. If you come to a gym like us, like we can help you with that. But you still have to put the work in.
Yeah.
You still have to build the relationships. You still have to get really good at what you do. You have to get really good at your craft, which we offer internships and other developmental systems to do. I will 100% help you with certifications and things like the Two Brain Summit to like get to where you want to be. It's the work ethic that is the part that you have to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
Of like, yeah, you're going to be busting your ass. You're probably going to need to get up early in the morning for a while. Like if you don't want to, that's cool. You can be part-time, but like, don't sacrifice your dreams because you thought it was a shortcut. Like come into this prepared for the fact that there is no shortcut. Yeah. The long way is the only way.
Yeah. It's probably the best way.
It is the best way because there's no better teacher than like real-time experience. Mm-hmm. The more experience you give yourself by being in it every day, the faster you're going to get to that expert level where it's like, now you do have the luxury of kind of controlling your own schedule. Mm-hmm. I want to go back to the eating disorder real quick because I think this is something important to kind of wrap this thing up with. Strength training, I know, has been a huge part of like your weight gain. Like, I don't think people realize how much weight you've gained.
Almost 40 pounds.
Right. Are you okay if we clip a picture
for sure
of what you looked like before?
Yeah.
What did you weigh back then, if you're willing to say?
When I first started working for CFT, I weighed 87 pounds.
And I know I've seen a picture of you and Randy, right? And Randall is in it. Mm-hmm. What do you think you weighed back then?
Probably like 80 pounds.
So you weren't much lighter than when you started.
Yeah. Yeah, I was I could fit like my hand this way in between my legs, like all the way down to my knees. Like I was very skinny.
So you just had no mass on you?
No mass.
Skin and bones, as
no
I'd
ass,
say.
No boobs, no mat, no nothing. That was me.
Do you feel like it was a mental switch for you, or is more being around people that had mass and like were confident, like being around women that were confident with muscle, that you were like, yeah, I want to feel that way?
I think it was both. I think seeing how happy everyone was, like the community part of it really brought me into CrossFit. In the kids' room, it was a massive room, just 2 windows directly looking at the CrossFit floor. And kids are weird, so they always want to see their parents. I would hold them and we would watch everyone do CrossFit. And they all just looked so happy and confident. And maybe they weren't, but to me, they looked like it. They were smiling and laughing and then dying with some burpees and then laughing again. Like it just seemed fun. When I first started, I wasn't really looking to like, I didn't think I was going to gain all this weight or even like it, but I just wanted to be happy.
Okay.
Is what it was.
That makes sense. I kind of knew that. I just wanted to kind of know if it was like a cultural shift of being around a culture of people that like had embraced muscle and fitness and like.
It helped a lot, yes.
And then probably clicking in your own head that like you wanted to be functional.
Yes.
Because I'm sure that even back then you were struggling at 87 pounds with a lot of normal functions.
Yeah. Sydney, she was a big girl. She was a 9'4" when she was born.
Ooh.
And she was heavy. Like my arms were always tired. My back was hurting. It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I needed something to help me, and CrossFit was right there. So I was like, let's go.
All right. Last question I have for you, and we'll wrap this up. I'm sure you're tired of me by now. What if you were going to guide someone? Actually, I have 2 questions. One, okay. Let's start with the ED one. If someone is in a situation and they're looking for help, whether it's the parent or the child or adult that's dealing with the disease, where would you recommend they start looking for answers or help?
I think being honest is a very big thing. If you are a parent and you know that your child is struggling, kind of try and relate with them. Be honest with them, like, hey, what you're doing is going to affect you for the rest of your life. It's not just right now. Of course, seek some kind of medical something if that's where they think it is. I think if you are experiencing an eating disorder yourself, I think the first thing I would recommend is habits, habits that are really, really small. Even if it's just like finish this bottle of water before lunchtime, or eat like an Activia yogurt once a day, something like that. That's really small that you can build on, and eventually it'll get easier, and then you can add more things.
Okay. Is there any places or therapy, or do you just recommend looking locally? And like, is there anything they should be looking for or not for in terms of like a place? Or is that kind of depending on the person?
That's kind of hard to say, just because I didn't really, the traditional eating disorder recovery route did not work for me. The hospitals and the books and drawing your feeling, that did not work for me. If anything, it made me think I was broken and something was wrong with me. That I was always in this hospital. Everyone was always looking at me and watching me. That was really hard for me. When I already felt like I was scrutinizing myself so much, and then everyone else was on top of it. It was a lot. I think if you go anywhere, strength training would probably be the best place for you. I wouldn't recommend to someone who has an eating disorder to do CrossFit.
No,
just the cardio part of it it's a lot.
Well, if your heart rate, if your pulse is already low and your pulse ox is probably low with it, you know, cardio is probably not the best choice. Like traditional strength training in a personal, like you can come to a CrossFit gym that has personal training and someone that understands eating disorders. Absolutely. But I don't think I would jump into a group led CrossFit program.
We had a client that came in probably about a year ago now, and she wanted to do CrossFit. And I was like, I finally had to talk to her. I was like, girl, like, this isn't the way to go. Like she was very skinny. I said, you don't have the mass on you to be able to lose anything. You need to save everything you've got. And she did personal training with me for a while. She ended up moving, but as far as I know, she is continuing her recovery, and she's doing pretty well.
That's good to hear. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's awesome that she's doing well.
Yep.
On the second question, if someone is looking to get into the fitness industry and maybe they don't want to coach, like they're very much more like you, where they were more interested in the administrative side to begin with. I know you're coaching a little bit now in some passion projects, but for the most part, you've always expressed an interest more in the background, not the front of the house. Where would you recommend them starting? Would you recommend them getting a mentor, or like just calling up local gyms? Like, what would you recommend they do?
If someone were coming to me, I would want them to kind of present themselves as like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I want to accomplish. And just be very upfront. I think I have lacked in my life of being upfront of what I really want. And if being a fitness professional is something they really want, like attack it, like go for it and be honest about it.
So like, would you recommend them just calling around gyms and just being open and honest and transparent about like, hey, I want to be a coach?
For a while, yeah. Or maybe join a gym that you think is like somewhere you feel you belong. Like, I don't know if they were to come here or APL or Excel, just somewhere that they felt comfortable, and kind of not weasel your way in, but get to know the people around you.
Build a relationship.
Yeah.
It's no different than tattoo artists. Like tattoo artists, you want to intern, generally you go hang around that shop or get tattoos there and then approach the idea of interning.
I do think there's a lot of people who are in fitness just for financial gain. And I think you can see that once you get to know someone. So if you think someone is something and you want to kind of model yourself after them, make sure you're honest with yourself of who they really are and what they really want.
Yeah, I think a cool tip too is like, if you want to get into like a CrossFit space or the group fitness space, look for gyms like ours that have an intern program. Yeah. That they pull from the membership. Now, generally speaking, we will not pull somebody from the membership that doesn't have a specific amount of time under their belt as a member in the community, or other communities, like maybe they've come from another gym and they have years of experience in CrossFit. But like if you get that time under your belt, it's an easier way to kind of transition because you're getting into a place where you're getting taught by experts who've been doing this for a long time and will teach you everything you need to know to go anywhere. Like you don't have to coach here. Like
No.
if you move in 2 years, like you can take that experience somewhere else and be like, hey, I've got my level 1, I've got this, I've got that.
Yeah.
Like they'll hire you.
Cool shit I learned.
Right. I went through an internship program.
Yeah.
Do you think they need a mentor or anything like that? Or is that something they need later on?
I think in the beginning when I first started working with Anna, I didn't understand it. And Anna's my mentor through
not like a
Sue
paid
Brain.
mentor. I mean, like even just finding someone in the industry that they can like learn from.
Yes. I think it's important to find someone else who believes in you. For me specifically, what did you call it? Imposter syndrome. There we go.
Yeah. That's a pretty well-known thing, especially in this industry.
Yeah. I think you were the first person who told me like, you're not like this crazy person that you think you are. Like that's something perceived in your head. And you are one of my biggest mentors. And I think having someone who believes in you and can kind of push you to remember that you are a badass when you don't feel like you're a badass is very, very important.
Do you think having a mentor, like not just me, I know you have others too, but like, do you think having a mentor is like one of the more important things in terms of progression is?
I believe so, yes.
Because like we have our spouse and stuff and they tell us we're great and we're like, yeah, okay. You have to tell, like, it's really easy. You just kind of brush that up. It's like,
mom.
Yeah, you married me. You have to tell me that. Like, okay, like,
I got proof you think I'm great.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Thanks.
Yeah.
Having someone outside of that sphere that's like, no, you really are. And you're like, oh, okay, maybe I am. Like, you know, just kind of start looking at yourself different in the mirror and like shoulders roll back a little more.
I think, I forget the exact instance. I know we were in there and there was like maybe 3 other people in there, but I said something and I was like, I was confident with it. But as soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, fuck, like, why did I say that? And then you texted me later and you were like, thank you for saying that. Cause I was going to say it. And I was like, yes. So it adds confidence to you. Confidence helps everything. But I think having an outside source to remind you other than like your husband trying to fill you up, tell you you're pretty. Like it's really, really nice.
Yeah. I don't have one of those.
A husband who fills you up?
Yeah.
You have Randy.
So, yeah. He never tries to fill me up though. That's okay. I don't think that's his style. Anyway. I think that kind of wraps it up, right? Like, I think it's really important. I'm glad we got to talk on the ED subject because, like, whether or not someone's listening now, you never know if someone's going to find this podcast later on, or maybe one of the reels that gets clipped, and you know that's a situation they're in, or they're near someone that is in that situation. Yeah. Is there any life lessons or things you want to leave off with, like anything that you would say maybe to Sydney at a juncture in her life where maybe she's trying to figure out her career path? Or whether or not fitness is important enough to her?
I think she'll know fitness is important to her. I think if she ever like stopped, I think it would like feel weird for her because it's been so ingrained for her since she was little. As far as life lessons for other people, I would say just be who you are. Like, don't worry about if your hair is going to offend someone, what your tattoos look like, or just even how you speak. Just be you and say what you mean and mean what you say. And that's pretty much it.
Embrace your authentic self. Mm-hmm. All right. I love that.
Be you.
I think you've gotten really good at that over the years. It's been fun to watch you kind of embrace that and just be yourself. I think it's been a big help to your growth.
I think so too.
And I'm not just saying that because you're close enough to hit me. I'm saying that because it's true.
Jesus.
Yeah, that is. I've seen it fly off already. I know it can be used as a weapon. All right. Well, that's it for today, guys. Appreciate you listening. If you want to see more of Alyx or learn more about her, you can find her.
My Instagram
handle.
It's Authentic Performance.
At Authentic Performance. Yep. And then anywhere else you want them to find you, like photography.
No, just come to the gym. Come talk to me.
Okay, so Authentic Performance. But if they're not around here, like they can follow you on Instagram.
Yeah,
Authentic Performance.
Yep.
shoot you a DM if they have questions about ED or maybe cracking into the industry, or maybe they're a GM or trying to become a GM. They can reach out and ask questions.
Yep. I'm always here.
Cool. You can always find us. You can always reach out directly through any of the sites you're watching this on and get her info from me as well. So, no, I'm not going to give you her phone number, but I'll give you her Instagram. And with that, we're going to sign out. And as always, keep digging in.